This thing is just epic. We're gonna get acquainted with this thing in the background. We're just gonna do a little walk around, take a peek at what Cowie brought to the table. We're gonna have some sweet trail riding action with the Kawasaki H2 for you coming up in the next little while on the YouTube channel here. And oh boy, I have not been this excited about a new machine for a while. And I bet you guys know why. Supercharger. We gotta go to the bank. Guys, we're at Tommy's Motorsports in Clinton, Tennessee. This is one of 3 locations they run here out of a total of 15 franchises. They sell every single brand on the market. At this location, I think they have 7. One of their other locations, I think they had 15 different brands. So they literally sell every single big brand across their dealer chain, and you name it, they got it. And they've got an H2. They sure do. This thing is just epic. We will be demo driving one of these in Canada in mid-November. I booked a 1-week demo from Kawasaki Canada, so you guys will you'll get a chance to see that thing on our local trails out in Minden Off-Road Park. But I figured I'd love to see one before that happens, so we're gonna get acquainted with this thing in the background. We're just gonna do a little walk around, take a peek at what Cowie brought to the table in person. This is my first time seeing one in person. Ksenia's in there already looking at it, and this thing looks freaking mean. The fit and finish on it right away just looks insane. The shocks are huge. This thing is huge. It's the first OEM 5-seat supercharged side-by-side to ever hit the market. You guys probably are well aware of the stats already, so we're not gonna dive too deep into that. We'll just take a peek at it. We'll look at the suspension, we'll look at the wheels and the chassis, we'll look at the interior, and I mean, look at that, nice duals on there. Supercharged and intercooled. Yeah, this thing is just a beast. I know that as soon as these things start leaving the lots, we're gonna start seeing these things with like 37s. We're gonna see them tuned. We're gonna see the shocks tuned. We're gonna see the engines tuned. I can't wait to see what our aftermarket does with this power plant. It's got loads of potential. Hey, we haven't paid for this thing. What are you doing?
It looks so nice.
Yeah, it looks so nice. Really, guys, look at this. The fit and finish in this thing is beautiful.
Super good.
The original Teryx5, being honest, left a lot to be desired in the fit and finish department. It was very basic inside, reliable, good machines. You know we love the Teryx5, and our channel has showed them off a ton, and they have so much potential. They're such good, reliable machines. They're billy goats, they climb anything, ultimate trail units. But look at this thing. Look at the door panels on here with speakers. We're talking automotive grade type finish here. Really nice. Look at these. Look how clean all the seams are. The lines, it all lines up. We got tweeters in the dash, cup holders. Look at these switches. That's awesome. We got a double digital display here. We got the one right behind the wheel, and then we got this massive LCD screen there. We got storage. It's all sealed, so it's not gonna leak, hopefully. We got the beautiful seats, harnesses on all 5 of them. The seat quality looks awesome. The fit and finish on the seats is really nice, and they're comfy. Yeah, they're very comfy. They got a nice bolster on them. Let me turn this thing off for a minute. Inside, this is next level compared to what we're used to seeing out of the KRX. Look at that nice little green mark there, attention to detail. The steering wheel, it's a nice D shape to clear the knees for us bigger guys. I'm 6'4", and I can clear under here. Now, obviously, I'm assuming it's got tilt, yeah. So you can adjust all that, which is obviously expected. We got a lot of room here for switch panels. We got different power modes. It goes from low to mid to high. It's got an integrated Garmin system here, guys. This is a Garmin center display for their GPS and stuff like that. Look at that. We got a nice push button for the glove box, a nice seal around there. I'm telling you, it feels automotive. Grab handle's really nice, high, low, neutral, reverse. No park like on the other Teryx's, you know, it's or on the other Teryx. It's got the handbrake, feels really good. Fit and finish there is nice. Cup holder in the back there with power outlets. It's got the grab bar where the harness retractors mount. This is the 5-seat option, like I mentioned. We'll go out back in a minute. Cage looks nice and robust there. 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, and then full lock. So locking front diff. Let's fire this thing up. Look at that display there. Freaking nice. Second display here. Okay, is that touchscreen? I don't know. We'll figure that out. Oh, look at, we got the live valve suspension, soft, normal, firm. Bunch of buttons on here for your displays and your music and all that stuff. The different drive modes. So we're in full power. We can go down to mid power, low power. I'll keep her in full there. We got the boost gauge there and the PSI readout. That's pretty cool. Look at this thing. Red line's at 9,000 RPM. Pretty badass. The clarity of these displays is really, really good. I'm wearing sunglasses right now and I can see it clearly. Yeah, really bright, really nice. Even with the black background, it's really bright and easy to read. Let's fire it up quickly. Which display should I pay attention to? Let's do the big one. Look at that, that's sweet. Oh, AJ heard me fire it up. Oh no, he's coming. We got 2-wheel drive. Oh, you heard that diff. 4-wheel drive, and then lock. Boost gauge. 5 pounds. You hear that? We got the sounds, the boost sounds. Oh yeah, 10 psi. Nice. Oh yeah. Yeah, baby. We got the turbo sounds. Well, supercharger sounds in this case, but everybody loves the boost sounds. Oh man, I'd love to drive this thing. Or you want to come in here, bud?
You're coming too.
Hop in the back.
Yay.
We're in soft mode here. Now we can go into normal, firm, switch panel here, lots of room, cup holders, storage. This thing is sweet. I'm really excited to try one of these out. Evelina, how's it feel back there?
It feels good.
Put your seatbelt on.
Okay. Or harness.
Yeah, your harness. Oh, cool. I just hit a button and it turned on the Garmin. It's like the Garmin tread setup. Look at it, it's like a built-in Garmin tread. That is awesome. Quit pressing all those buttons. It's in park right now, 2-wheel drive. Let's see what else we got there. We got the gauge mode. Tells you the elevation and everything. I really think it's cool that they've got the Garmin tread here.
I'm ready.
You ready?
You're ready to ride, man?
Yeah. I want to go this one.
Wow, that sounds awesome. I bet it would sound wicked under load. Yeah, it's just like my Garmin tread. That's really cool. I really like how they've integrated the Garmin. This will give you a lot of features and really good GPS capabilities. So I'm super pumped about that. He's gonna be so excited when we get his car seat in here for our trip.
Yeah. I can't wait. Now it's even more exciting.
This might be the ultimate family cruiser. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Take a look at these shocks, guys. They are huge. These are the Fox live valve, similar to what you would see on a Polaris RZR setup. So really cool to see a live valve shock on there. I know some of the KRXs near the end of the production line were running the live valves as well. This thing is CVT. I know a lot of you guys were hoping this would be a direct drive, but we've talked about it in the past. There are pros and cons to a CVT setup. It's not all bad like some people make it seem. Look at that red thing there. That's the supercharger in there. Nice piping on there from the factory. Reinforced silicone. Look at that huge engine. Freaking sweet. Here's the intake for the supercharger. Looks like this is just the shield covering it all up to keep it protected. Big muffler there. I'm sure these things will sound freaking wicked once the aftermarket hits them with some muffler and exhaust upgrades, or I know someone's gonna slap a bypass pipe on this pretty quick, and that'll really let us experience the kind of that unfiltered sound that this thing makes. And then once these things get tuned and have more horsepower cranking out of them, I know they're gonna be making some wicked engine sounds. Nice and easy access to the oil filter for serviceability. We got a separate rear diff unit there. That's a lot of engine. Oh, look at that. I'm just looking at the underneath here. That's a welded on metal bash plate. Kawasaki side-by-side lineup has always been known for being tough and well built. How's that feel, bro? Yeah? They got plastic skid under there. Look at those trailing arms. Beefy trailing arms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beefy radius rods. Look how thick those axle shafts are from the factory. This thing looks quality. I mean, if it's anything like the reliability we're used to out of the KRX 1000s, this is going to be quite the machine. Oh, it's got mud scrapers on the wheels here. Kind of cool to see that. Look how big that rear shock is, those springs. That shock is just filled right up with that spring. Looks like we're running a true dual rate setup with crossover rings here. That's pretty cool to see. The suspension out of the KRXs in the past has always been good. These are very well suspended and sprung machines out of the factory. With just some valving, they worked really good. You slap some, you fine tune the spring setup on these to your liking, and they really, really wake up. Look at these A-arms. These are freaking nasty looking. They are beefy. That's awesome. I know some people are saying, why'd you mount the shock to the top A-arm? I'm not gonna get into that stuff. Obviously the Kawasaki engineers have some sort of a plan here. I know a lot of people these days are saying the shock should be going to the lower A-arm, but you know what, I'm not a suspension engineer. I'm not gonna pretend I know more than these guys. I'm just showing you this, and I'm just an enthusiast. The most important thing for me when it comes to these machines is how they function and how they look. And let's be honest, this thing looks freaking sweet. They really did a good job cleaning up the body lines. This thing flows. Like, what do you think? Like,
It's
just
amazing.
what's it look like?
It looks sporty.
Yeah.
And I want this machine.
You want it, yeah.
Yeah.
This in person, and in pictures it looked great, but really it presents well in person. Look at that side profile.
I hope it rides the same as Kawasaki. So on the clouds.
Yeah, this thing will ride better for sure. Like, there's no doubt. There's way more suspension in this thing. It's long. It's gonna feel stable. I wonder how it would feel with 5 people in it. That would be really cool, actually. I can't wait to feel the power delivery. I've heard good feedback from people that have driven them. Look at those front brakes. They're huge. Looks like we got a 3-piston on the front there. Nice big spindle assemblies. Those ball joints look freaking massive, actually. That's good to see. The brakes are big. I gotta say they're big. They got some big pads on there. The rear brakes are big. They're really a nice brake setup. Those brake rotors look really nice and thick. Big calipers in the rear there too. The bed looks fair size. I'm sure you'll be able to buy, like, by the looks of it, you can slide something in here. So Kawi will probably offer like a tailgate for it. And the aftermarket will likely offer a lot of options for storage in the beds. The rear end, they really cleaned it up and made it look sporty. I really, really like the looks of this machine. I'm really impressed. You know, if we're gonna be getting into another family cruiser in the future, and if we were gonna get something, you know, flagship style, you know, higher up, boosted, this thing's quickly, I know a lot of you guys were complaining why they release a 4-door first. I see why, because the 4-door market is exploding, and this thing is really, really gonna shake stuff up. If you are considering a 4-door Polaris RZR or a 4-door Can-Am Maverick, there's no doubt in my mind you will be considering one of these too. And I mean, what's not to love about supercharged? Love the outside door handles. Doors close really nice. I don't see any door seals, but I see really good overlap. So I mean, realistically, even the machines with door seals, they do still leak. And let's be honest, I'm pretty sure Kawasaki was trying to hit like this pure sport market, the duners, you know, the high horsepower. I don't think they're intending this thing to be hitting mud pits. I'd hope it's set up well to trail ride. I really hope that it can crawl as well as the previous machines did. Maybe we'll just take it for a little drive up and down the parking lot to see what the gearing feels like. But overall, my first impressions are really, really positive. I'm really glad we came out here and looked at this. I'm so excited now to drive one of these. Aren't you excited for November now?
I'm super.
Yeah.
As I said, even more excited to try with kids now.
Yeah, oh, look at this. Look at that intercooler back there. Intercooler is out back. So the benefit of the intercooler being out back there is likely the fact that it keeps some of the heat behind us. It keeps that intercooler from plugging up with mud. The rad is obviously still in the front, but it doesn't have an intercooler in front of it, which is good. Because on a lot of the other machines, they'll run the intercooler in front of the radiator out front. So all that heat is pushing through the machine. And it also is in a danger zone of, you know, being overheated and heat soaked. Oh yeah, I was wondering. That's metal, guys. Just like on the KRXs, they've given you a metal firewall from the factory, which is pretty cool. For safety, you guys have all seen the issues that can happen when you get a log through the firewall. Really nice to see that out of the factory. They've given us that again. Oh, there's a cup holder in the door. On each side, there's a cup holder over there. Okay, I'm 6'4". I'm pretty thin, but I'm lanky. My knees clear. My knees are not hitting the seat in front of me. I have plenty of space for my size 15 feet. And I gotta say the rear seat space in this thing is great. Even if you're a thicker dude, if there's two of you back here, there's tons of room. I could easily get a kid in here, another kid, or a kid and two adults. Let's see these harnesses. They got the nice retractable harnesses, front, rear. All three harnesses in the back are retractable. That I think is really cool. Now, okay, these are not set up for me, and I'm not gonna change them, but really comfy, really nice padding. I'm assuming it's closed cell foam, so it likely won't soak up water.
I want one too.
You want one too? Okay, let's put yours on, okay? There's definitely room back here for a child seat. Now, I'm not saying Kawasaki recommends or tells us we should be doing that. You guys make a judgment of your own, but I'll tell you for a fact, if I got a machine like this, there'd be a child seat in the back. And this thing looks like it'll hold one or two, maybe even three. We'll get AJ in there. Now, obviously, these harnesses are not for somebody his size or age. But if you have like a 5 or 6 year old, I bet they'd fit in there just right. What do you think, dude? Is that cool?
No.
No.
And Daddy.
This is, you know, if you guys are looking for the family, I don't think I need to convince you. You got to look at one of these. I'm blown away by the fit and finish. If you slapped a front windshield on here, you put a back windshield on here, you would be riding in comfort. And in the colder months, I bet there's going to be some good enclosure options. This thing enclosed with some heat,
yeah.
you'd never want to get out. Man, this thing in the winter time with a full enclosure would be epic. Getting out of here, look at this. It is really automotive grade. Speakers in the back, the fit and finish. Like, look at the way the floors are. Drain plugs in the back. Really, really nice. You got 12-volt outlet back there. Nice grab bar. Yeah, really, really impressive. Really impressive.
Don't let him climb.
It's got a built-in jungle gym for the kids. Really nice for those times where you're stopping to, you know, maybe hang out on the trail a little bit. You can let the kids climb the jungle gym. Hey, there's some monkey bars up here, dude. See that?
Yeah.
I am blown away by this. This isn't a detailed walk around to tell you on all the specs. You want the specs, go on the website, check them out, read all the brochures and all the info. This is just me seeing this thing for the first time and giving you guys an opinion of what I feel. You know, I've been around pretty much every side-by-side out there since like 2010, 2011. And I really gotta say, you know, Kawasaki made us wait for this thing. They made us wait for the supercharged platform. But by the looks of it, the wait was well worth it. What's in here? Nice and covered up. We got the air deflection right into the rad there. Nice big radiator, look at that. Big shocks in there. The headlights look awesome. Really, really, yeah, thanks, bud. You probably heard that sound. That's the front diff engaging as AJ presses all the buttons. But yeah, these must be the run lights. They look really cool. Let's see the back. Leave a comment, guys. Let me know what you think, honestly. Let me know, what do you think of this 5-seat option? You know, what do you think of them releasing the 4-door first? What do you think of the styling of this new unit? Would you consider one if you were shopping for a 4-door? If you had to get, if you're on the market for a Razor or a Maverick, are you considering the Teryx H2? Like, you know, is this a machine that is on your list of vehicles to check out or potentially upgrade to? If you are a KRX guy, is this going to sway you into getting a new machine and leaving that old KRX 1000 behind? I want to hear your opinions. What do you want to see us do in this machine? My goal with this machine when we get our demo in November is to take it on some technical trails, do some open riding, do a bit of road riding, and just do a weekend, 2 or 3 days with the family, really seeing how we can kind of live out of this machine in the sense of, like, you know, doing 3 or 4 full days of trail riding, testing it on the crawls, testing it through some mud, you know, power sliding it, topping it out, and just getting a good feel on how this machine functions all around, because most of us are looking for well-rounded machines that can mostly do it all. And I'm really hoping that Kawasaki has delivered a unit like that. The KRX 1000s had it all. They left a little bit to be desired in the, you know, the sport end of things, the acceleration end of things. You weren't winning any races with them. I'm really hoping that this machine has everything the KRX 1000 had and then some. When it comes to styling, I think they nailed it. They blew it out of the park. I keep saying, you know, this machine is really gonna come to life when the aftermarket hits it. Aftermarket bumpers, aftermarket wheels, aftermarket suspension components, tuning, exhaust, all that stuff that will take this amazing foundation and really elevate it to the next level. And that's where we're really gonna start having the fun, where we see the true capabilities of this machine once they're unleashed by all the crazy guys running the aftermarket companies and doing the tuning and, you know, pushing more boost and power out of these things, putting bigger wheels and tires on them, and really kind of showing us what this chassis is capable of. Because what the KRX 1000s do now compared to what we expected out of them when they first came out, it's insane. So I'm just really excited to see where this takes things, and I really feel, you know, this is a new chapter beginning. We got a 5-seat option in a 4-door. We got a supercharger. We got the H2 engine. You guys got exactly what you want Kawi to do since they released the 1000. They took their time, and I hope it was worth it. Leave a comment, smash that like button. Let me know what you want to see in the future videos. You know, drop a comment. Have you seen one of these in person? What do you like about it? What don't you like about it? What do you want to see in the future? What are you excited about? You know, is there some issues here that you see? You know, is there going to be some problems? Let's talk about it. And let's get the conversation going. If you enjoy the videos, subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out a lot. We can't really drive this thing, but I just want to get a feel for what the gearing feels like in this unit, to see how low range really is, and kind of get a feel for what high feels like. So we're in low gear. It's really responsive clutching. Keep in mind this thing's brand new. It's got 7 miles on it. Let's feel high gear. Wow, the clutching is like, you can barely tell it's a CVT. Steering feels really nice. You hear that? I wonder if you can hear that supercharger flutter. It makes some cool noises. Where'd my hat go? That is gonna be fun. Holy cow, this thing picks up. We gotta put the hat in the sport mode. I'm gonna do that again. Adrian, let him go in for a minute. I need my test pilot with me. You wanna go for a drive?
Yeah.
Okay. You ready? Okay. Can you hear that flutter? bikes, but I mean, that's not something you'd be surprised with, especially coming off a dead stop. But I'm feeling that with the way this thing is set up, if you are on the trail going about 15 miles an hour in high and you punched it, this thing will just wake right up and it'll just light up. The power delivery seems really clean and refined. I cannot even get through my head how ridiculous and aggressive this thing could potentially be with a heavy tune on it. Like if we send these off to some of the tuners out there and they really work their magic on these, I have a feeling we're gonna have a serious weapon on our hands here. See, once we get that demo, we will unleash it. We will test it in all the different terrain we can, and we will we'll really put it to the test. Slow, fast, crawling, climbing, mud, top speed, drag racing, high speed trail, low speed trail. We'll do it all because I know you guys want to see it, and most of all, I want to test it. I want to feel it. If this thing is what I hope it is, we might be adding one of these to the fleet. Because this is truthfully like the family cruiser I've been waiting for. It gives us the comfort and the ability to take the family out, but also lets me get my fix of having a 4-seater or a 5-seater that doesn't feel like a trade-off, that allows me to go out there and really, you know, have fun and have all that power and suspension that I want out of a 2-seater, but in a bigger chassis. So that's what I'm really excited about with this thing. Anyways, we'll call it quits here for this video, and I appreciate you guys watching, and big shout out to Tommy's Motorsports. Thank you for sponsoring our Adrenaline Junkie Jamboree bounty course at Ride Royal Blue recently. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to play around with this thing in your parking lot, and I look forward to coming and visiting these guys again in the future and having their support for upcoming events. And hopefully we can hit the trails here in Tennessee in the future in one of these things, because that would just be absolutely amazing. Suspension feels good, power delivery feels really, really good, fit and finish, comfort. Man, we're gonna have a good time in this thing. And I hope you guys have a good time watching the content. Thank you for all your support. We'll see you in the next video. Ride safe out there. We gotta go to the bank.